Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to call the meeting to order. If you would stand. I would like to introduce somebody to you if you don't know. Pastor Ryan Lentelman. He is here tonight by invitation to pray for our district and y'all and us. As a personal note, he might not remember my son Wes. When you were a youth minister, God bless you. And he mentored Wesley and one of his friends, JC Brake. JC's expecting her first baby, and Wes is living in the same area as her, and they're both still serving the Lord, and well done. So if you'll lead us in a prayer. You're welcome to say something if you'd like to. Some of y'all may already be his congregation.
Do I stand anywhere in particular?
Right there is perfect.
Heard is good. Anywhere you want to be is fine.
I don't really have anything to say. If you don't have a church, come to mine. I'll pray. God, thank you so much for these men and women who serve our community through our school district. Just pray over each one of them and the families they represent, God, that you would bless them and keep them, especially at the beginning of the year. I just pray that the year would live up to their high expectations, that you would just make a way for them, even where they may see no way, God, that you would make a way. And just over our district, God, I pray for our students. I pray that just that their home life would be better than it's ever been. I pray they would have an atmosphere for learning both at home and at school. And I just pray they would succeed in all they set out to do, whether it be academically, athletically, or otherwise. Just pray you bless our students. For our teachers, God, give them grace, patience, endurance. God, for just such a high calling you've placed in their lives, I pray that you'd give them everything they need to succeed at it and to enjoy it. And God, we thank you so much for our administrators, just how hard they work to make things run smoothly. And I just pray you continue to bless them and keep them. And God, for our board, just pray as they make decisions that affect many of us, we just pray you would give them your wisdom and guidance. And we just trust you with our year, God. We pray there will be a great one. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You'll join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, it's one of our favorite times, recognitions.
All right, I don't believe we have any 226 awards tonight, so we're going to go straight to campus communications. So, Mr. Cody, we're up with Barrow Elementary, Principal Galloway.
All right, I know I have like 30 seconds to talk per Miller, so here I go. Our first day back, for the past 2 years, we just spent it having a good time with each other. We pick a theme, we do pictures for that theme. It gives them a chance to bond prior to arriving as a team where they're planning all their outfits and all the things. They had to pick a pose that they wanted to do, all of the things. So we spent the day just having a good time together, so I wanted you to see that. Here's our first day of school. One special face on there is Clark Cohey. We got to spend our first day of school together at Barrow. It was wonderful. And some highlights, we had one kid miss the bus, that's it. If you know anything about the first day of school, normally it's about 20, and we cleared the car rider line in 30 minutes. So all of our parents left happy. One thing I wanted to highlight is all of the things that we've planned, and I don't know why Canva didn't transfer to all of this. So it should say Fun or Fix It Fridays and Derek Can Jams and a cute little saying, but there was a lot of planning that went in this summer to plan these things to help attendance, grades, all of the things. So if you go to the next slide, we are having our first Fun or Fix It Friday. This kind of goes against anything that we've ever done, but at 1:30 every Friday, there will be no more instruction to every student at Barrow. The students who have completed all their work for the week have no more than one conduct mark, no office referral, lunch detention, ISS, OSS if they've had perfect attendance from Friday to Thursday. you can see all those requirements there, then they will be able to go to fun. And we explained it to the parent. It's not about money, but every time your kid misses school, they're missing instruction. And if they learn how to find perimeter on Monday, but they're learning how to find the missing side on Wednesday, and they miss Monday's instruction, they can't complete Wednesdays. And that's how we become 2 years behind. So during that time that kids go to fun, the kids who are going to fix it will be with their teacher receiving that instruction, because there's no time allotted in the school day for them to provide instruction that is missed by students. So we're hoping for this to be a huge success. It's planned down to the T and how they're coming in from the building from outside. So I'm pretty sure it will go off without a hitch. So that is one thing we're looking forward to. Our first one is this Friday. And then something really special we got to do. We did create the Derrick Hand Den, which is in one of our rooms in the school. Several people from the community donated lots of things. We have baby wipes or hospital grade wipes that serve as body wash, and they can wipe down with those. We have hair products for people to fix their hair. We have ramen noodles, we have cereal, we have socks, we have toothbrushes, toothpaste, all the things. But the most special one that we got, I believe, was I don't even know the woman. I've never met her, and I was not there when her kids went to school. But the message in the box said, from a few Barrow students, expect a pack every month. And they've sent since July, they've sent a pack in August, a pack of ramen noodles, and have scheduled it to be delivered throughout the school year. So I thought that was super special. But we've already served ramen noodles at lunch to a kid who didn't like any of the options that they had. And we've definitely supplied deodorant to the 5th grade hall. So.
Good call.
Yeah.
Let's go, Principal Kenny.
Last time we had one of these was at the end of the year, so now we're doing the beginning of the year. Just wanted to highlight the first couple days of school. We have a new traffic pattern. On the first day of school, it was madness. And since then, it is ironed out and it's flowing very smoothly with the new drop-off being in the new student parking lot. So all the students are coming in that one entrance except for our bus riders, which come in the side here. So put the new route on there. Teachers, so our students with no phones, in the past, your schedule's on Skyward. Well, they can't do that now. So we had to go back to old school, handing out the paper schedules. We did that in the cafeteria. But then our late arriving juniors and seniors that have first, second period off came to the front office, and that's that bottom picture of them getting their paper schedules there. And then just roam the hallways. The newspaper did come on day one, so I stole some of their pictures and just, work smarter, not harder, use some of their pictures, but they wrote a very nice article. Just opening the new building, so it's been a very great start to the year, opening the new building. The students love it. So we're trying to make sure that they keep that love and keep that building loved and treated well. So walking the hallways with them, getting them in classes, and I think there's more pictures just with them in the classrooms. And Ms. Bowman showing off her health science lab. Her kids are in the actual classroom when the newspaper came, but they wanted a picture of the lab. So just an exciting first, now it's been a full week, 5 days. And things are going very well. It's very positive. Just wanted to show off the new building with the new students.
Okay, thank you, sir. Junior high.
All
Ms.
right.
Rosario.
Sorry. So we had an outstanding attendance at Bout Camp for both sessions. We have a session in the morning from 9 to 11 and then an additional session in the afternoon from 1 to 3. We had majority of our students come out and learn how to be the guides for their parents. This is the first year that they have done walk the schedule on the same day as Bout Camp. And I think it went off really well because the students were confident, which made the parents confident. They were like, they already know what they're doing. And so it was a good thing for our students and for the parents as well. And then, so our cheerleaders performed, our students came in and learned how to do the school song. It was good fun. And then in the bottom corner is our athletic meeting. And so that brings out majority of our parents for 7th and 8th grade, which also helps to get that attendance for those students as well. And then they walk their schedule. So having it all in one day seemed to be a big hit for parents and students. All right, and then I just have some pictures from the first day in the cafeteria. It's really quiet in the hallways during the summer, and we look so forward to the students coming back and their smiles and their high fives and their fist bumps. And day one, we had lots of pictures of 6th grade in the cafeteria, their smiles. The parents are eagerly waiting to see how they're doing. And so we had a lot of positive feedback from students and parents on day one in the cafeteria. And you have some 7th and 8th graders as well, but their smiles bring that reason of why we're there. So some more smiles of some new 6th graders and 7th and 8th graders. And then in class, so you see students working in their 6th grade classroom, and then you also see our 7th and 8th grader having athletics in one period, and how organized it is, and how well they're doing with getting them ready, and then getting them out the door to get that workout in. So really proud of our coaches for being organized and building that bout pride.
Thank you, ma'am. West Columbia Elementary, Principal Bolton.
All right, good evening, everyone. First slide or two, I just wanted to introduce the 25-26 staff of WCE for you guys. Our theme this year is Oh, the Places You Will Go, with kind of a travel theme. So those are our grade level teams and office staff on the first slide. And the next slide is our paraprofessionals, our specials team, behavior team, life skills, and our auxiliary services as well. I think they're looking pretty good. Next, I just wanted to highlight that we had a great Meet the Teacher. Normally, Mrs. Walters is our person who organized a good parent, like a fair for all the different people in the community to come and parents to get those resources. But I just was so excited because they showed up without a lane. I'm calling them. So we still had a great resource fair, and we have a wonderful new CIS person as well, Miss Andrea Adame Estep. We're very excited about her taking Miss Walters' spot. But our Meet the Teacher was a huge success. Most teachers reported that all of their parents came. We only had a handful, and we're like missing one or two here and there. It was amazing. I wish I had one of those counters, because I don't even know how many people were in the building that night. And then the next slide. On the left, I just had one picture to highlight. I wish I had so many more pictures, because I just want to say thank you to all the community partners that have reached out and supported WCE this fall already. We've had lunches, snacks, energy drinks, coffees, all kinds of sweet things brought to us by the people listed here, that we're just so appreciative that the community really recognizes that the teachers are working hard getting ready to school, and they show it in their kind gifts. And then to the right, that beautiful display that we put on for our theme this year was actually done by local pastors, J.D. Umber from the Victory Church and Kevin Martin, who is from First Baptist Brazoria. They came and decorated that for us and put it all together, including the plane with the caricature of Miss Iverson I as the pilot, which I thought was too cute. And so I just had to show you guys just all the community coming together to help WCE have a great year. And then the very last slide, I just wanted to share our first day smiles from West Columbia Elementary School as well.
Yeah, thank you. Now, Wild Peach, Principal Cody.
Yes. So there are some great things happening at Wild Peach Elementary. First thing I want to say is I am pretty proud of our campus. Froberg Farm had a competition where you could nominate anybody in the county to get a roar for the first day of school, and Wild Peach had the most votes out of everybody in Brazoria County. So for the first day of school, Froberg's delivered the dinosaur. So I just happened that morning to say, I don't know if we're getting it. I don't know how that's possible, because I've been looking every day and we've got a lot of tags. And then later on in the afternoon, I had to run the office and get something. And as I'm there talking to the girls at the front, he pulls in and I'm screaming and call everybody, and we just had a fun day of it. So there's the dinosaur. Some pictures from the first day. So one of the things that we have started is yesterday the 20-day attendance challenge. And so every student that was in attendance yesterday received their first dog tag. And we had a dog tag party with a dog tag dance party where we played Who Let the Dogs Out in the cafeteria as the students got their dog tags. And so you see some of the students with their dog tags. Classes that have 100% attendance have that attendance matters hanging outside of their classroom. And then some of our other students who weren't able to make it outside to the actual dinosaur because of safety in the location, we had Coda, the dinosaur. I don't know if y'all remember when he came out, it was pretty popular. They got to ride on top of that dinosaur. And then to go back with our 20-day attendance challenge, we had a signing day for all of our students at our pre-K kindergarten orientation. So our pre-K kindergartners had an orientation in the summer from 9 to 12 where parents left them at the school. They spent time in the classroom. They signed their letter of promise to come to school every day, to be respectful, to be responsible, and just being what it means to be a Wild Peach Oiler. And so we have pictures of them signing their letters of promise, and these are from the orientation day. And then we have pictures, I think, from when they came to meet the teacher, we had, so the one on the right is from Meet the Teacher where everybody got in line to sign their letter of promise. And so it was one of the checkoff sheets at Meet the Teacher. The other pictures are from first day and our color days that we are celebrating today, or this week, started this week at school. Today was Orange Day. I chose not to wear my bright orange dress and change real quick, but tomorrow we have Yellow Day.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Pastor Ryan, I can't promise you the rest of the meeting's gonna be this fun and exciting, and you will not offend us
Just
if you
texting
need.
my wife, like, when is it rude to leave?
Never. We all would leave if we could. Thank you so much. All right, very good. It's good to see everybody having fun, and y'all are very excited. That gets us excited too, and we appreciate it. Do we have any citizens to be heard, Mr. Miller? Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll start with our business items then. We're starting with the maintenance report. Mr. Justin, are you back there?
I am. All right. Well, real quick, I want to give you an update on the current roofing projects, junior high and West Columbia Elementary. We are nearing completion on that. There's a few little things that we're still having to go through. The biggest issue that we've had is all the rain delays that we've had on over 27 days of rain. And of course, you can't lay that down when it's wet. It won't last a year if you do. So they have to cease and desist, so to speak, and wait till it dries out and then start over again. So anyway, that should be wrapping up in about 2 weeks. Following that, there's just some little punch list item things that we're gonna be taking care of. They'll have a little sheet metal skeleton crew there for the following 2 weeks, just doing some last minute little changes of things that need to be taking place. We've come in under budget. There will be some contingency money coming back on that. We did use a little bit just for some unforeseen, excuse me. But that's going well. The E3 mechanical and electrical, and lighting project is coming along very well. We have a 90% completion meeting the week of Labor Day, that Wednesday. We're gonna make walkthroughs, just talk about the things that are completed, things that may have been missed or that we didn't see, and try to get that stuff knocked out. Lastly, with that being said, the 2 chillers for that project going at the junior high were slated to be replaced this November, actually over the Thanksgiving break. This afternoon, we have taken a catastrophic hit on those chillers. We are collectively, that's 360 tons of air conditioning. We are down to 90 right now. I've got guys over there working, and when I'm finished here, I'm gonna go back over there. We're gonna do everything we can to get this up and get the building cool overnight. But I highly advise a rental like we did for those of you that were here then when we had the West Columbia Elementary project. Matter of fact, I've already reached out and got 3 different bids. The company that did the last ones is so far the cheapest. And they are significantly cheaper this go around because chillers aren't in high demand as they were at that time. We're looking at probably half the costs. They can mobilize and have that ready tomorrow. If they show up at 8 o'clock, we can probably have things running by noonish. So maybe a little bit of a rough start, but we're gonna do what we can to get the building cool so that by the time it gets warm, we're in a position where we're starting the temporary up.
Are those powered up by diesel or by electric?
Electric. Yes. Matter of fact, we're gonna rob the electric from one of the old chillers to energize the temporary.
Right.
And then there's some flexible chill water lines that ties into the existing chill water piping. So, otherwise we are in a bind. We're gonna have a lot of hot parents and some angry Facebook posts.
No, it's too hot.
Been there before.
You can't go without air.
I've already told Justin to make it happen.
So I've
He's
got the
being
wheels.
nice.
Yeah, I've got the wheels in motion. I just needed to let you guys know and just kind of get a blessing on it. So
You
that
have the money in your budget to do it, to maybe get reimbursed after we can vote on them?
potentially, I haven't dug that deep. I've been focusing on trying to get the thing going rather than the back end.
Okay.
But I'm sure that we can cover
We
it.
don't have a choice. People have to be cool.
Right. And I know a lot of those students, so that's their sanctuary.
Okay.
They've really got no place to go. And so they
Especially at peak.
actually look forward to coming to school.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm gonna get that going. They're gonna start getting everything together this evening and hopefully their crew shows up early in the morning when they can hit the road and be here early. And so the earlier the better. That's what I'm pushing for.
Sounds good. Thank you for taking care of that.
Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot that I can think of. My mind is kind of cluttered with all the chaos going on. So if there's anything that I'm forgetting to tell you, I apologize. And if there's any questions y'all have for me, fire away.
Have you got any questions?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
You got
Thank
work
y'all. I'm
to
headed
do.
back to the junior high.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, safety and security, Mr.
Not a whole lot going on, just to give you an update on radios. Majority of the radios are in, we're waiting for the full load and the extra things that come with them so that we can get these out on the buses and on the campuses. The Sentinel's up and running, everybody's, we've already even had people doing threat assessments already to start the year off in the new system, so we're working out the bugs with that. One of our new requirements that we have to do. We've already been, we have exterior or campus visits that will be coming up this semester, so the campuses are getting prepared for those as far as our intruder alerts, and just ironing out all the little safety and security details that go in starting up the school year with a lot of parents and people on campus to start off with. So things are good, not a lot going on in the safety and security world right now, but that will change soon. This coming up month, we'll have to submit our EOMs to the state for approval, and I will give you an update on that once that happens. But that's all I have. You have your submittal from Chief in your folder. There wasn't anything for the last month, so that's about it, unless you have questions for me or Chief.
Anybody got any questions?
Can I say something about lovely officers, Sanders and the junior high line? I did the Beast Friday. She was killing it. And y'all, your whole staff was. I have to, it was not fun, but we did it.
In record time.
In record time. It was good. It was scary, but it was good. We did it. But she was, kudos to her. I mean, she was out in the parking lot doing her thing in the heat, so it's pretty rough.
Good. Always good to hear good things that are happening. All right, we have an instructional update. Who's got that for
I
us?
have 3 pieces of information for you tonight. The first one is a staple packet in your maroon folder. First page at the top left corner has texasschools.gov. And then on the front page, you'll see this is a rating for Columbia, Missouri ISD. But in the stapled packet, just to take you through, this is the accountability ratings that came out this week, were made public last week, I believe. Yeah. So the first page I have for you is the page for the district as a whole. You can see the overall rating is a C, scoring 74 out of 100. To the right, has changed over time, so you can actually see the progress and the scores since 2021-22, but it's more specifically just looking at the last 3 years. The next page is Columbia High School, so that is a rating for Columbia High School, scoring a C rating, 77 out of 100, and of course to the right you can see the change over time, keeping in mind the change in the CC College Career and Readiness Standards and Certifications. And you can see the little dip in scores for the high schools is directly related to that, which was the basis of
Lawsuit.
the lawsuits that have now been dealt with. Now, the next page, you can also see that the high school scored a 77, but you also see on the next page that they did receive an academic achievement distinction in reading and language arts. What that is each of our schools is put into an accountability group, meaning looking at all of the dynamics and the statistics of the schools. They place you in a group of 40 schools that are similar to you, most similar to you, in that when you score in the top 25% in an area, you receive that academic distinction. So that means Columbia High School in the growth in the scores in reading and language arts is in the top 25% of their group. So kudos to the high school. Looking at the next page is West Brazos Junior High. You can see the junior high scored a 76 out of 100 overall C rating. To the far right, you can see their scores over the last 3 years. If you do turn the page, you can see that the junior high also received an academic distinction for academic achievement in social studies, meaning they were in the top 25% in their ability group or accountability peer grouping. The next page is West Columbia Elementary. You see that they scored 72 out of 100 for overall C rating. To the far right, you can see their 3-year history of scores.
What's the what if down there to 21, 22?
The what if is there was a change, and so when 21, 22 came out, you had the actual scores, and then there was a what if the new standards were in place, what it would have been. Then the next page is Barrow Elementary. You can see that Barrow Elementary scored a 77 out of 100 for overall rating of a C. To the far right, you can see their academic history over the last 3 years for accountability. And then on the next page, you can see that Barrow did receive a distinction for post-secondary readiness. Now, you might ask, how in the world does an elementary school receive a distinction for post-secondary readiness? Well, one of the things that we talk about is when we get our testing back and you look at our scores, and we have students that are if you want to call it acceptable, and then the next one is they meet the standard, they meet the grade level standard. So when you look at the scores at Barrow and the number of students who are performing at the MET standard, or that meets standard, is how you receive that post-secondary readiness award. So Barrow is in the top 25% of their peer group for that, and missed a couple of the other distinctions by a couple points. So overall, pleased with where we are. We already know that where our work is at. The high school, we know we continue to work in that CCMR area. Our problem is we like to do what's best for kids and give kids opportunities and let them go where they want. The state doesn't really want it that way. The state wants them to be in a program of study and take these specific courses, meaning you don't get to take this and take that. They really, and so I will tell you, we get hurt that we don't do that as strictly as we should for accountability. The other piece of that is that, we have chosen to go 100% in dual credit. We do teach one class of AP. And so the fact that we don't have kids testing and do that hurts us on the accountability side as well. It keeps us from scoring as high in the academic world. When it comes to dual credit, just because a kid takes one dual credit class doesn't mean they're college and career readiness. They have you can take one AP class and be that way, but you can't take one dual credit class and be that way. It's college and career ready, but you take a college class and you're not college and career ready. You take an AP test, then you are. That makes sense? Again, those are some of the accountability things. Again, everybody puts your trust that everything's just even. There's some things that hurt you, but at the end of the day, we're going to do what's right for kids. We're going to keep doing that. So just wanted to bring that about, but we're very pleased with where we're at. We'll continue to work on the CCMR and the programs of study and the pathways. And we've, Mr. Miller, I think has told you when we did the looking at what we do CCMR-wise, school in the district as of end of school today, we have 2,912 students enrolled in CBISD, which is a number way above what in the planning estimate that we use for budget. We are exceeding those numbers right now, so we're in a good spot. So if you look at this, the one pager should have the numbers on the top. There you go. So if you look at the column to the left, that's West Columbia Elementary. As you can see, you have your grade levels of K, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. If you look down the middle column, you'll actually see the teacher and the class. And then if you look to the far right, you'll actually see the number of students, if you want to call it, they have in their homeroom, if you want to call it that. As you can see in the kinder area, we're at 22 and 24. First grade, you can see we're at 25 and 26. Second grade, you can see from 24 to 22. Third grade, 23 to 21. Fourth grade, 21 and 20. And in the fifth grade, 21 and 20 as well. So if you were looking at that, back in the day, there was the 22-to-1 ratio, and you could ask for class size waivers. We're a district of innovation. And one of the things we put in the District of Innovation is that we're going to exceed that 22-to-1, but we will provide the numbers to the board. We will share that information with you. So this is the information share. If you look at that, if I would tell you that if you're looking 25 and 26 in first grade is probably a little strong. And so, the question before you tonight is, we're not taking action, but would you like to see us work on a resolution for that? Resolution means personnel. So, if I take you to the middle section at Wild Peach, again, pre-K first. You can see the teacher's classrooms down the middle. You can see at pre-K, anywhere from 20 to 18, 16, depending on the class. Kindergarten, 17, 27, 28, 28. First grade, 23, 22. When it comes to some of these classes here, we do have partnerships, and so the numbers may seem low, but it's due to the partnership and how that class is organized without getting into specifics of what qualifies you to those classes. I will tell you that at the kinder level of 27 and 28, and 28 is a little strong as well.
Bless you. Hire a teacher, you're gonna be looking for 4 of them.
Yeah. To the far right is Barrow Elementary. You have second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade. You can see the numbers in second are from anywhere from 20 to 18. Third grade, 19 to 21. Fourth grade, 25 to 22. And fifth grade, 26 to 23. So looking at the elementary, in the past, this would be something that I would have gone ahead and done based on these numbers holding true. We would have gone ahead and done it. We've kind of operated a little differently this year, and so meaning we're not going to take any action until you have green-lighted additional. If we're within the budget, meaning positions that you already approved that were in the budget when the budget was approved, I would have operated on those. But anything additional that we're going to do, again, you're not taking action tonight. It's just a verbal to say, yes, move ahead, or don't move ahead.
You add a kindergarten teacher with those numbers, you still have 20 kids in each class.
You'd be down to 20, but you wouldn't be at. So at
I mean, you just about have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a lot of little kids that can barely tie their shoes sometimes.
Right.
Or wipe their honey.
Yeah. Now, just because we want to add a teacher doesn't mean we can,
No, but.
right? Meaning it's going to be a process, but the process would be if we can't find a qualified teacher to bring in that meets our needs, then we have to look at some type of additional personnel setting that would allow us to do that. It may be 2 instructional assistants of some type. We would have to work on a plan if we can't find the teacher.
Do they have some in place right now in that kindergarten at Wild Peach, or do we have anybody? Where are you?
Right here.
Does Wild Peach have any assistants in those large classes as of right now?
We have paras that go in to provide the instructional support, but it's not all day
It's not all day. Okay. They have to move.
because they have to meet minutes for other students.
Okay.
So, the information I gave them at the beginning of school was do the best you can, make the best plans you can, be prepared for it. And we would present the numbers at the board meeting, but we would not be taking action to add anything additional until the board green lighted that position.
What about that West Columbia Elementary first grade? Y'all have people in place to?
We're in the same situation
Same
as they are.
Okay, just double checking my brain on that one. Okay.
Meaning it's early, and there's things you can do to control your settings. As the school year advances, you lose those. You can't necessarily do that anymore. So.
With those numbers, if we added another first grade teacher, that would bring that number down to 20 as well.
Correct. Okay. So I'm assuming everybody's okay, just a verbal nod? Okay. Okay.
That's two.
At the secondary level, we're not asking you to add anything, you're just looking at numbers again. As of the end of the day, you had 684 kids enrolled at West Columbia Elementary. You had 304 at Wild Peach. We had 348 at Barrow, 682 at the junior high, and 894 at the high school. So a total of 2912 as the end of school today. Okay.
So 2912,
That's
that
just
starts
your enrollment.
with this year, and then you'll have people move in and out, stuff like that.
And so if you'll remember, your attendance, your ADA is what's driving your numbers.
Yep.
And that's from the first 6 weeks, right? So you got 2912 kids enrolled, but how many of them are coming to school to get your ADA? But if you notice, if you just do 2912 times 92%, you'll see that ADA number is way above the number we use for budgeting. So meaning you should feel comfortable by the numbers. We're in good shape when it comes to that. If we can hold an enrollment close to 2,900, we're going to be fine. But remember, our goal is still 94% attendance. Just because we have more kids doesn't mean that goes away. All right? So if we can come in at that 94% attendance, we'll be extremely good.
What was the transition for the Damon School District?
As of right now, I think everything's been fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Numbers were what we discussed, pretty much. Good.
And then the last thing I have for you is that we have started at the high school our learning frameworks course. We do have 3 sections of 9th graders taking learning frameworks. I think we're at 63 kids total in those 3 sections, and so we're off and running to a good start there. So that's turned in.
Plan's already working with it.
So it will be again, it's our pilot program. Miss Bailey is in the classroom. The fall semester is dual credit learning frameworks for the college. The college is actually supplying the adjunct professor who actually went to high school with at Angleton High School. So interesting. Didn't know that till yesterday. And then and so Miss Bailey will be in that classroom every day, because remember, those kids face to face every day. Miss Bailey will tag team with our adjunct there. And then in the spring semester, we'll be switching that over to college BIM, which is Business Imaging and Multimedia, dual credit and high school credit as well. And so we look forward to a successful year. Okay. So as far as the instructional report, that's what we have for you.
Well, the number's good. That's exciting for the number to be up. All right, the financial report. Ms. Julie, what you got for us?
Well, you have the financial statements for July in front, just a packet in front of you. Not much to say. Our expenses are about what we figured they would be.
They don't have a packet.
It wasn't attached. Attached to
Oh,
the
yeah, it's in the board.
I'm sorry, it's in the board.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's in board book.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So it's in board book as extras?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay, it's under the quarterly investment report.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Take a minute to find it. It's okay.
Oh, there, yeah, okay.
That's just the investment.
Yeah, the other financial report is not there. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. There it is, there it is.
Jennifer's fixing to fix it, I think.
Oh, there it is. Scroll up. There it is.
Tiny.
I know. There's my context.
Yeah, if you go to the left and you see like where the agenda is, there's a little tab that says extra. If you click on the extra and you open it up, you'll see the check register for July, and you also see the financials that Julie's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, so like when you click on the meeting to the left, if you click on meeting quick view, right underneath that, there's a tab that says extras.
There it is.
Nope. Mine does look different. There. Nope. Okay, Cody. Mine's weird again. When I go to agenda.
Mine was
Attachments.
about tools, and then you hit extras, and then your financials.
Financial report.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. There it is.
We should have come to Learning Academy and learn how to use our iPad. Board books, not iPad.
Anyway, we're only about a little over 8% through the year. The actual expenses, it's about normal for a month. And the amended budget, those numbers, they're still the same as they were last month. We didn't do, we haven't updated the actual budget for the teacher raises and the 3% raise that we gave, just because we're still waiting on guidance from TEA on how that's gonna be implemented, so y'all will see that in September. But, so this amended budget is the new budget, but not with raises in there.
I guess once they get paid, we'll know then where it goes.
Well, they get paid on September 10th, so you'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and what's gonna happen is in the consent agenda, when you get down to it, if you look there, you're gonna see the one-pagers that we talked about, okay? What Julie's talking about is the actual budget that she's working on in the district, meaning the one-pager you've approved is done, and it's in there for you to approve in the consent agenda. But what she's saying is on her side, it's not all in the system, meaning the framework's there, but she'll put the meat and potatoes in. And those are budget amendments as well. So in the next board meeting, you'll see a long list of things coming forward of when she does that.
Anybody have any questions for Julie? James, you good over there?
I'm fine.
Okay.
On an island by myself.
Wait about us every now and then.
Are we gonna, can I mention the tax rate?
Yeah, if you would like to, you bet.
Okay, so I did talk to Dwayne at Samco about our tax rate for INS, for our debt services, just to kind of see with our tax roll and the numbers that we have, what our tax rate would be, because we were talking about the disaster pennies last week. And so last year, our INS rate was .2889. This year, he thinks it's going to be .2561. That's a difference of a little over 3 cents on that. And then our M&O last year was .6669. And just from the original compression, and they're still working on, they'll still do that in legislation, they're talking about compressing even more, but right now, it's at .6169, so that's down 5 cents on the M&O side. So it's down, it'll be down a total of almost a little over 8 cents. If we don't do the disaster pennies. If we do 3 disaster pennies, our tax rate's still going down 5 cents.
That's good.
So that's something that, if we're going to do disaster pennies, we have to get a resolution for y'all for the next board meeting when we'll actually be adopting tax rates and start planning, getting the ad in the newspaper showing what our tax rates are gonna be and things like that. So I wanted y'all to have these numbers so that you can be thinking, are we going to be looking at the disaster pennies? If so, how many? That kind of thing.
So you said the INS was .2561 this year?
It's going to be,
It's
yes.
going to be.
Yeah, we'll be adopting that tax rate in September. But he just gave me numbers early so that we could see if, yes, if we should,
Make sure I'm right, .6169?
Yes.
6169, yes.
Is everybody in that conversation about the pennies? Did y'all all get that back? Do we need to decide about that or just?
No, you'll just need to give me direction.
Okay. Right. Better. Anything else y'all want to ask Julie any more questions or anything? Good. All right, the quarterly investment report.
That should have been attached as well.
It is.
Okay. Okay, so for the year, you can see, it's on the last page, we had a little over 2.3 million in investment interest earned. 1.6 of that was bond money, almost 1.7, so about a little over 600,000 in general fund. We ended the year in most of our larger investment accounts a little over 4%, which is about average. And we still had the majority of our money in Texas class.
Any questions? Greg, you looking for a question?
No, I'm locked up on it for a minute.
Back in business?
They can be-
Do you have a question?
No.
Okay. All right, the bond report.
All right, so did I put that in your folders?
It's
Okay.
all colored in.
Yeah, it's all colored. So, if you'll look at that, just to kind of give you an update on where we're at. Again, the numbers have changed a little bit for you. You see under construction costs, you got phase 1, 2, and 3, which is the complete project. Then you have your other 4 areas from architecture, testing, technology, and then FF&E that go into the building. All the way to the far right, numbers have changed a little bit. You see the number of 600,000 that's in yellow that I call budget slack. That is in a meeting with Draw Model and looking at our budget. That is the number that we believe is going to be left in the construction budget at the end of the project. Meaning money that we gave them to spend that's not going to be spent. To the far right, under the additional projects, that in the green, you see the $3 million number. That is the number based on the allowances and areas that we had for them that would be special projects, meaning we both had to approve to spend those. As of today, looking at the end, and again, we're very close to the end of the project, we've identified that $3 million will be there. Out of the architectural engineering account, I'm thinking that $200,000 is going to be there. Out of the testing budget, approximately $631,000. Out of the technology budget, $790,000. Out of the FF&E budget, $492,000, which brings you to a total of a number of close to $5.1 million that I think is going to be available, plus the $600,000 that would come at budget close when everything's done. You add the variance, meaning the total bond was for $79 million, but the total of our construction budget was 76.7. If you add that 2.2 million in, then as of the end of July, if you add the interest number, which is almost 3.4, you can see that gets us even higher. You add what's left in the junior high bond, and it gets you to right at 11 million. You can look at the projects that are approved at West Columbia and the junior high, $4 million for roofing, brings you down, and as well as the Wild Peach Water Well project for $495,000. I'm estimating that you're going to have $6.5 million left in the project that we need to spend. Below that, all of the things that are in blue are things that have already been accounted for and done. The things that are in yellow highlight have not been done yet. So we do know that we gave Justin to proceed with looking at the roofs for our remaining roofs in the project, to look and see what that number would be. We think we're close to having some information on that. We looked at the ag barn. The ag barn drawings are 100% complete. In the next couple of weeks, I think September 12th, we have a meeting where bids will be opened on that, and so we'll have Dramala be able to put a number together for us there. So by your September regular board meeting, I would think we would have numbers on an ag barn for you to make a decision if that's what you so choose to do.
How you feel on the CHS roof, the ABC?
Well, I have no idea.
We haven't done no
Well,
testing on that.
no, because what we talked about is one of the reasons that we got good pricing on WC and West Brazos Junior High is because of the overlay we were able to do.
Yeah.
What they're doing now is to look at the remaining roofs we have in the district and see if they would qualify for that same procedure. What we do know is if they don't qualify that procedure, that's going to be a whole lot more money than what we have available. Right? If they do qualify for that same product in the 30-year warranty, then it's probably going to be able to address some of those needs. Okay.
So how does this all work with, just like what Justin was talking about with the two chillers?
So the two chillers, the two chillers are part of the E3 Seco loan project.
Okay.
And so you're not going to, we'll have to find money bringing in the temporary.
Yep.
We'll have to find money for that. But we don't, the chillers are part of that $5 million Seco loan project. The hope would be they'll get here quicker than November.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we were planning on them being here, so we had that was the idea. I mean, the plan could be they could show up in September and sit in a yard somewhere until we did. If that's the case, now that we're in that situation, we need them to come home.
Yeah.
I guess Justin's got his finger on that pulse.
Well, E3 has no idea that our chillers went down to junior high today. So that's, after he gets that taken care of, the temporary's in place, then we'll work with E3 to see if we can speed that process up.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Oh, that clears it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So at the end of the day, I mean, you're looking at your decision on the ag barn, you're looking at the decisions on roof. Right now, I have no idea on the roofs. I mean, because like we said, if it doesn't qualify for that, that money's not gonna come anywhere close to covering that kind of project. But that gives you an idea of where you stand, right? As far as the bond project, you can see we're basically to exterior, other than the main gym entrance, which will be ready October 1. And that whole area will be ready October 1. You're probably looking somewhere time in November by the time all of the flat work and fencing and concrete, exterior concrete courtyard are done. So we're getting close.
That's good. I got a tour of the band hall. It's looking good over there.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, just you know, you've got some money. You need to decide what our priorities are. And again, you know, what priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, and start knocking them off in that order, or at least reserving that money for those projects.
Agreed. So when do you think we'll have any results back on the roof?
I think the September meeting is going to be a big one for you.
Okay.
Right. Where, I mean, it might be one where we want to talk, or maybe we want to have, if I get the information before we have a special meeting or something, or I can give you the information. I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, the major things we have, ag barn, the roofs, and Griggs Field turf and track. I mean, I think we know what those are, right? And so the idea would be in September is that it would be nice to have some amounts to know what can we get done,
Yep.
right? And then on the roofing part of it too, would be to these are the remaining roofs that haven't been touched, and to put those in a prioritized order, right? Of you know where the highest need is as well. Okay.
All right.
is that it for the bond report?
That is it.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or comments about priorities? You know, think about it for a little while. Justin's information will help us, though. We'll know what's the worst and what's the better and all that, and then we can decide. Okay, we'll move into our action items. We're going to talk about the compensation handbook. In order to discuss it, we'll need a motion and a second. Would someone like to make a motion to consider the 2025-2026 staff compensation handbook?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Jackie, is there a second? Greg seconds. All right, now we can have some discussion.
Okay, so this is in the same format you've seen it in the last years. It starts off with the teacher allotment hiring schedule that you've approved. We had 2 different meetings to get that taken care of. And then after that, the only changes are putting the librarians, counselors group into a pay grade that fits within this model. Meaning we didn't change the minimum, midpoint, or maximum because their salaries will fall in that range somewhere. But that was the only change made to this document. Other than that, it would be the same exact document as you had from the year before.
So we basically put the librarians in a different in their own category?
Well, they're in their own category, but they're within a pay grade.
Okay.
And there'll be several other different jobs within that pay grade. And so what we do is we have a pay grade, and it may have, you know, it'll have the positions, it'll have the days worked, it'll have the minimum, midpoint, and maximum salary that they're supposed to be within a pay grade.
And that's what the attachment is down there, the different highlighted areas. And we've been talking about this, so it's not new. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Okay, I have a motion by Jackie and a second by Greg to consider and to approve the staff compensation handbook for 2025 and 26. All in favor say aye. Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, we've also talked about our future power provider. So to continue the discussion, would someone make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we consider the future power provider agreement.
All right, James made a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Janice seconds. Okay, it's a moving target too.
All right, so if you look at the first attachment, which is, the attachment has today's date on it, of 8/19/25. When you open that up, you'll see that, this is working through Energy by 5, which is the same group that we're in contract with now that helps us get this agreement. If you'll remember, we're in contract right now through June of 2034 at a little over 3 cents a kilowatt for electricity. This agreement would pick up in June of 2034. If you so choose, you can see that the prices did fall. The recommendation is to go with the 31-month offer that's at 0.69 cents. If you go back and look at the information that I brought to you last month, the 31-month was at a little over 7 cents. And so it's fallen under 7 cents into the 6 range. If you do compare the 12-month and 24-month rates, those two rates actually went up. And so the 31-month is actually fallen down from above 7 to under 6. If you go look at the first attachment in that group, from our electrical agreement in 2016, we were actually paying 7 cents in 2016. So if you want to consider, again, this is several years away now, have no way of knowing what's going to happen. But as of today, that looks like a no-brainer choice. Yeah.
We just have to shine our crystal ball and decide if we want to do something or.
Yeah. Again, when we entered into the contract we're in now, we had no idea either, and it's worked out. But that's a forecasting. Meaning, what I'm telling you is you're not making a decision that's going to break the bank. Any decision you make, if you so choose to do that, it's not a bad decision. It's still a great decision based on the information you have today.
So you said something about 3 cents, but
Right now, the contract we're in right now, we paid a little over 3 cents.
Because we made it several years ago.
Right. I can tell you that I have worked with a couple of districts that have worked with Energy by 5 this year, and they've paid 9 cents and 10 cents this year respectively, because they were up now and to get in. So I know 7 cents in 8 years versus 9 cents today. I would argue that that's a smart decision to do. Again, don't have to do it. I won't be sitting at the table, and probably some of you won't be sitting at the table then either. So it's an option. Again, looking out for the best interests of the district. I'm just bringing the information for you to make a decision.
So
if that's something you'd like to do.
but we're basically doubling the cost.
You're doubling.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you're doubling it, but you're back to what you were paying 12 years ago.
Right. I got you.
And if we do
We're
it
just
now,
trying to
it would
follow
be
the
at
timeline.
Yeah.
9 cents if we were having to get it.
How difficult is it to get out of a contract like that?
You're in, once you sign it, you're in.
31 months isn't terribly long.
Mm-mm.
The one we're in now is way longer.
Remember, the contract we're in right now, it's 96 months.
Yeah. 31 months is like.
We're basically helping future boards not have to find money like we did. What do y'all think? When you look at these trends on this report, it's all going up. I mean.
Yeah.
So,
Again, yeah, who knows, right?
yeah.
Who knows?
But still not a bad number. Basically puts us back where,
Mhm.
when did we sign the other contract, you said?
We signed the other contract, 2018 maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, it was in 2018, but it did kick in till 2024.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So this is an old contract where this Energy for Schools confirmation, it's a.
Yeah,
old,
that's the
right?
history. That's the history. We agreed to that one in 2014 and it
Yeah.
started in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I attached all those so that you could see the history.
Our future selves will probably thank us. Anybody have any questions? We have a motion and a second, so now it's time to decide if we're gonna vote to consider this future power provider agreement and sign it away. So all in favor, say aye. Nobody opposes, okay? I think we're gonna be watch and see
You know,
that we did a good thing.
You're probably gonna see that power's like 25 cents.
Yeah.
We'll see. Supply and demand.
Okay, so the next thing is our consent agenda. There's the minutes from August 5th special meeting, a budget amendments and donations, and approve the 25-26 Brazoria County Adjunct Facility Agreement, Columbia Brazoria ISD. Anybody like to pull anything from that to discuss? Okay, I need a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Motion to accept the consent agenda.
I second.
Vicki made a motion and Greg seconded it. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Nobody. All right. That leads us to closed session. So we'll adjourn for closed session to consider employment of professional personnel, discuss the resignation, retirement of professional personnel, discuss the performance of personnel, discuss superintendent board goal setting, and consider the superintendent's contract addendum. So